Oh shit, this chapter for the dope fiends, man. They had Big Mom nodding in this one. She nodded off. She did the zombie nod over there, man. Anyway, we get a flashback of Pedro and him getting that 50 years taken from him and all that other bullshit. And he basically he had a little bit of what's it called? He had a run in with Perospero from back in the day, you know. So that's basically how they met. And we get in the flashback that he had actually met Gold Roger, and Roger said, "Yo, you can't roll with us. You too little." He said, "You a little nigga." He said, "You a little nigga to me. So you can't roll with us." He said, "But you will get a time to shine at some point." And I'm guessing what they're saying is that bomb, we came strapped with the damn jihad. That was his time to shine, like actually blowing himself up. Like this is him shining. Some girl told Pedro, she said, "Yo, Roger's dead." He said, "You're a lying whore," because he didn't want to believe that Roger, you know, actually died, because he basically worshipped Roger like Luffy. He admired him. Yeah, so we get that backstory. Um, Somebody else being having some type of connection with Roger. We didn't see that enough where it really doesn't shock me at this point. And Pedro wasn't one of the big guys like what's the bosses what's his name, Catastrophe and Dog Storm, whatever. God, there's a big ass spider. Shit, this thing. Shit, where the hell is it? God damn, shit had me scared, but I held my own. I don't even know if I got it, but this thing was big and it was white. Oh my god. If I see him, he dead. Anyway, where was I? Oh shit. There you go. He fucked up. Got him. Got him. He crawled up that wall over there. Got him. Got him. Anyway, what was I saying? That kind of threw me off. Um, oh, Dog Storm. They were important characters. You know what I mean? So that one I understood, but Pedro, he played a decent role in this arc, but he didn't seem like he was one of the guys where it felt like, oh, is this one of Roger's people, whatever. Like usually the people that we found out was with Roger, whatever, were like significant people, or at least significant for the islands that they were on. Like Crocus or whatever, he played the big role in at was it Cape Cod or whatever he was at, Cape Spade or whatever. I can't remember what it was called, Cape something, Cape May or whatever it was. Wherever he was at, you know what I'm saying? He's got he's taking care of that whale and all that. That's a big deal. Like in the One Piece story, Pedro, he came with them for one arc. You know what I mean? He just was rolling with the Straw Hats. You know, he played a part in this arc. I just didn't think that he was one of the guys that would be like, oh my god, he must have been one of Roger's boys or something like that. You know what I mean? Like most of the people that rolled with Roger was like legends or something like that. Anyway, what was I gonna say? So yeah, I didn't really feel like that was like that shocking, or I didn't really feel like it was really necessary. But what I think they're trying to do is they're trying to say, hey, because what's it called, Pedro wanted to be with Roger or whatever, and he admired Roger, and he's the one who brought up what's her name, Carrot. He trained Carrot, so it was like, okay, so Carrot's passing on that torch. You know how like Luffy was like Shanks was on Roger's ship, and Luffy, you know, took on that admired Shanks, so he went into the pirate field, whatever. I'm guessing that's what they're saying with Pedro. Like Pedro wanted to roll with Shanks, and Carrot is under Pedro, so now she wants to roll with Luffy. But anyway, this bomb was so, I mean, it was so devastating. You see everybody like, oh my fucking god, they're crying. Like they're instantly crying because they know ain't nobody surviving like that. Like that explosion was just off the chain. It was just crazy. Like Big Mom actually tilt off. She did that nod, the dope fiend lean, what the fiends be doing. She was like, she nodded off. That's how. That's a big explosion. Don't seem like it did a lot of damage, but it made a nod. Now that knocked that explosion did such a number on Perospero, man. It knocked what's the name Chopper and Brook out of that trance they was in. It brought them right out. Now anyway, Big Mom is down. Luffy's like, yo, let's get the fuck out of here. But what about Pedro? He's gone. He's done. Everybody said that. He's done. He's fucking dead. He's not making it out of that. you know. So anyway, they're trying to get out of there. And Katakuri's like, I'm not gonna let you escape. And Kara's basically like, yo, Pedro was like a father to me. He was like Uncle Phil. Now, Uncle Phil, that's more than the father right there. Yeah, he was like her Uncle Phil, and she was like, okay, I'm gonna get some revenge on somebody. Goes at the Katakuri. Katakuri immediately dismantles this broad. I mean, hit her in the back. I mean, this was just ridiculous. I mean, he just dismantled her. He just obliterated her. He said, get out of my way, whore. Dropped her. And that's when Luffy came after him. And Luffy's like, yo, I can't let you go ahead and do what you're trying to do. He said, yeah, I can't let you get down like that, basically. Basically, I got to stop you so my crew can get out of here, right? Now, he throws his elephant gun. Now, usually that's a punch. Katakuri, he spreads like that paste or whatever he's made out of, the mochi around it, and Luffy grabbed him with his fingers. Like he took his fingers and grabbed him. Now, Katakuri said he can't do anything now that Luffy did that. I guess if you keep him contained or something, I don't know. Luffy apparently discovered the weakness behind Katakuri's devil fruit power. So maybe that's gonna play a hand until what happens later on. Anyway, Big Mom actually gets a hold of the ship. She starts eating the ship actually, but she got a hold of the fucking ship. Now here's one of my favorite parts of this chapter. Well, actually, it might be my favorite part. Perospero actually survived. I thought that's a good thing. Why? Because like I said in the last chapter review, we seen bigger bombs. Perospero's high level. He should be able to do something within a certain amount of time. So he survived it. But other thing I liked about this chapter is he lost his arm. We don't see that all the time. Like this dude is fucked up. Like he's jacked up. I mean, this dude is jacked up. He lost the arm. We don't get to see that all the time in One Piece. You know what I mean? Like it's always off screen or whatever. Oda putting a little bit of work for this chapter. I like that. I think we should see some more of that. I don't necessarily think it should be just completely gruesome. But come on, man. We can see a head get blown off here and there and whatnot. You know what I mean? Let's see a head get blown off sometime. Anyway, Luffy takes what's his name? Katakuri in the mirror world. That way the Straw Hats can escape. He also took Brule in there with him. Like stuffed him in the mirror world. And that's when the Straw Hats took off with the Kuda burst. So they're out of there. But Big Mom's gonna keep chasing. That's why Sanji has to get that cake to her. Maybe Luffy and Sanji going to skywalk it back to the ship at some point. Sanji can skywalk. Luffy can use Gear Force and basically do a skywalk that way or whatever. Anyway, they're out of there. Luffy goes to the mirror world. He used Conqueror's Haki on Brule, dropped her, and then broke the mirror like, yo, I'm going to beat you, and that's it. Now, here's my little thing with that. Luffy couldn't beat Cracker by himself. What makes him think he could beat Katakuri? Now, apparently they revealed that Luffy figured out some type of weakness. He figured out his kryptonite, so maybe that's going to help him beat Katakuri, even though he couldn't beat Cracker. And apparently Katakuri is supposed to be stronger than Cracker, so that's strange. But Cracker did have an advantage that Katakuri doesn't have. Katakuri had to fight you head up. Cracker doesn't have to do that, so he was able to wear Luffy out. So, with that being said, I don't think that's enough to say that Luffy has an advantage in this fight. But I think that's enough to say that it wouldn't be as the scale isn't as far tipped as you would think. But still, I don't understand like how Luffy would be able to beat this guy. This dude Katakuri is just he's a G. He's a G. I mean, I can't say it any other way. He's a G. So I'm trying to figure out how the fuck Luffy gonna be able to beat him. He gotta beat him because he's there by himself. There's no other Straw Hats there. You know what I mean? He's by himself. There's no escaping. Also, I will also add that Luffy was a little tired when he was fighting against Kraken, by a little bit, but still, he could not beat Kraken. But like I said, Katakuri got different powers than Kraken. Luffy get to fight Katakuri head up the entire time, whereas when he fought against Kraken, most of the time he could not land a blow on Kraken. So that makes a difference. But still, like, I'm trying to figure out how the fuck it's gonna happen. But I am happy to see the fight and see if Luffy pulls out Gear 5th or whatever. You know, it might be something else he hiding up his sleeve. But anyway, go ahead, leave your comments, like the video, and subscribe because I can't eat. I'm broke, nigga. I'm broke. You got the power to change that. Check the links in the description box. Good chapter. I will say overall, good chapter. I enjoyed it. You know, I think they took it somewhere where they should have. Let a little bit of gore get in there. Luffy's going to actually get into an actual fight where he's not being held down by a straw hat or whatever. Like when he fought against Cracker, Nami was helping him. You're not gonna make it in the new world if you need somebody helping you every 2 seconds. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's a good chapter overall. Peace. Oh yeah. Oh no. And like did I say this earlier? I think I did. They setting up for Carrot to be the next Straw Hat. They did say that the next Straw Hat would be a female. Carrot was set up where she's like the disciple of Pedro. Pedro's disciple of Roger. That's why they did that. That's what I'm thinking. But anyway, go ahead and leave your comments, like the video, and all the other bullshit.